is Where's Bin Laden? I kind of had the name wrong. It's not Where in the World is Osama Bin Laden. It's just Where's Bin Laden. And it's a book of, well, it's a book of things like Where's Waldo, and you have to find Osama Bin Laden. And it's loads of fun. And they also include other things that you have to find. But then if you go to the back, there's actually a checklist of things to find in each country. And the one in Amsterdam has all kinds of fun things like bottles of lube, man finger plugging leaky dike, bong water spilt on head, pimp with a golden tooth, spit swallow gargle, porn magazine, things like that. It's fun. Not for kids, but it is by, I mean, it's not really written by anyone, but the illustrations are by Daniel Lalique, DL. Oh, I knit. That's something that I do instead of dating. So I'm working on a scarf. I don't really know how far the camera can see. I'm working on a scarf. It's kind of wide. Whatever. And it's getting kind of long, but it's not quite scarf length yet. But it's okay, because I have a whole ball of yarn still. So I'm good. Good to go. Alright. Little Miss Attitude. About the whole James Potter thing. You know, go see the site. Have you seen it? No, you probably haven't yet. I'll have you know, bitch, that I'm getting a phone call or a text message. Please hold. Let's see here. Oh, it's from one of my ex-boyfriends. Hillary Clinton is coming to the Valentine's party tomorrow. Be there early, 4:15. Perhaps I will. Interesting. Okay, so not only have I been to the James Potter site, I printed that bitch out. Okay, all 405 pages of it. I printed it out, and so let me show you the results of what that means, and then I'll show you something else that's related. So this is 405 printed pages of James Potter and the Hall of Elders Crossing. Now, obviously this is a little bit unwieldy, if you will, and I'm not going to walk around reading this or take this to the bathroom with me. So I then took each chapter in its turn, and I made it two-sided, and I bound it, because I'm cool like that. And so now I have like my own book, and I didn't have to pay for it, because I'm badass like that. And I'll explain later how I did that, and because I can't say it on film. So there's that. I forgot to grab some things before I started, so I'm just going to do that, and maybe I'll cut it out if I figure out how, and if not, you can just look at my butt. What's funny is you mentioned in your video that you wanted to see things, and that was actually something I had already planned for this video, because I noticed that was something that you did and that I hadn't been doing. Okay, Judi Dench. Here's the shipping news with Judi Dench and Kevin Spacey and Julianne Moore. They are all good. I do have the book, and if you send me your new address, I can ship it to you, and you can read it. Or you can get it from your library. I don't care. Either way. Let's see. Judi Dench is also in Ladies in Lavender, and this one has Maggie Smith. That's Professor McGonagall. Huh? It's a little creepy, but it's good. I like creepy. Because a lot of them are independent films, which I tend to prefer over big, box office movies. Notes on a Scandal. Now, this was kind of a big box office movie with Cate Blanchett, and it's great. It's very, again, creepy, because Judi Dench is good at creepy. Oh, she's also in Iris, but I lent that one to my roommate, and it's downstairs. And she is in James Bond. She plays M, which is James's boss, and in the earlier movies before Pierce Brosnan, M was a man, and then they changed it to Judi Dench, which is fitting because she's kind of a man. Of course, Eddie Izzard. And I have George Carlin, Complaints and Grievances. And I have Ellen DeGeneres, The Beginning, which is great. She talks about coming out, but she actually does it through interpretive dance, and it's funny. You've probably seen it. And I also have Jim Gaffigan, Beyond the Pale, which I saw in person with my sister in Lakewood. That was fun. Team America. It is neither Judi Dench nor stand-up comedy, but equally worth your time. Dreamgirls, you probably wouldn't like it. It's a musical, and it's all Motown, and it's Beyonce, and it's Jennifer Hudson, and it's Jamie Foxx, and it's that guy, Eddie Murphy. And I enjoy it because of all of those things, but for the same reasons you may not enjoy it. I don't know. My mom got me this card because I think I may have told you about me trying to get a full-time job next year. And if I didn't, what's happening is my boss is retiring at the law school, and both she and her boss have told me that they think that I should apply for it, which is a good sign that I might get it if I do apply. So my mom sent me this card as kind of like an encouragement thing. So here's the front. It's hamsters, and then you open it. So that's fun. I was excited when I got that because, I don't know, because it's fun. I like getting mail, and it's a fun card. It's not boring. What music do you listen to? Like, you know, I like listening to like things that are kind of obscure. Like, I found this group that's from England. They're called The Feeling, and they're like a British kind of like they're kind of like The Fray, sort of, only better because they're British. So I like just finding new things and listening to new things that maybe a lot of people don't know about. So you're going to be home in 2 weeks. Can I get a date on that? I think that you mean like around March 1st. And that's going to be kind of smelly because that's when Amy's going to be here in Akron doing a documentary on me, which I love. But maybe over spring break I might visit you. My spring break is March 17th through the 24th, which I'm sure doesn't coincide with yours, but that's not going to stop me from coming to see you. I will talk to you later. Bye. Okay, so in reviewing the last video, I remembered a couple more things. The first ones here are related to James Potter. And so first of all, I just wanted to, funny little side story I wanted to tell you, is that when you first were telling me about this, I thought that it was about his dad. I thought it was about Harry's dad. I thought maybe he like wrote a prequel to all the Harry Potters about when James and Lily were young. And then I got it and I was reading it and I was not really understanding for a little while, and then it all hit me and made so much more sense. So that's, you know, that's clever little me. So then I have a question about a pronunciation. And you may or may not remember in GT when we were reading Dr. Dolittle. Do you remember? No? Maybe? Yes? Oh, okay, good. Yeah, you remember. We read it out, like we read it at home, and then she had us read it in class, and we would like read it in turns. And I was reading a little bit of it out loud, and I was pronouncing the bird's name Polynesia, and everybody was like staring at me, but nobody said anything until I finished. And then she told me that it's Polynesia, and I said, well, I think it's Polynesia, and that's how I intend to say it. And Rebecca tried to tell me, no, it's Polynesia, that's how you say it. And I was like, well, that's not how I say it. That may be how you say it, but I say Polynesia. And also when Harry Potter first came out, I was reading in my head, I was reading her name Hermione, because fuck if I know what Hermione is. It was brand new to me. And so I said something about it to my mom, because she had read it too, and so we were discussing it, and I said something about Hermione, and she was like, you mean Hermione? And I was like, no, it's so Hermione. And she was like, it's Hermione. I was like, that doesn't even make sense. It has to be Hermione. And then she was like, whatever. And I was like, we'll just wait until the movies come out. And then the movies came out, and it turns out it is Hermione. Whatever. So I wanted to ask you, how do you pronounce this word? And I think that you can see it. I'm going to get up and make sure that it's in the camera screen. Okay, yeah, you should be able to read that. How about maybe there? Okay. How do you pronounce that? And I'm not going to tell you how I pronounce it until you tell me how you pronounce it, because I don't want it to be another Polynesia incident. So tell me that.